Hi, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be sharing the top 4 social media posts that you need to be concentrating on if you want to grow your network marketing business. So make sure that you watch this entire video to the end, as I'm going to be sharing some action steps that you need to complete on the back of this video, and I'm also going to be sharing some other videos for you to watch after this one that's going to help you to complete those action steps. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos that I bring out to help you grow your network marketing business online. So what I'm going to be sharing with you today are social media post ideas that are really hot right now. Basically, what is working, what is getting favored by the platforms, by algorithms, what's getting pushed more than usual. Okay, so with that being said, let's jump straight into the first social media post idea, and that is Facebook or Instagram lives. Now, I'm probably never going to do a training like this where I don't mention going live, that because there are so much benefits to when you actually go live, and it's still king. You know, all these years later, Facebook Live especially has been around for so long, and it's still king. Why? Because when you jump on a live, you just can't replace that human element of you showing up live. People are getting to see you live. They're getting to interact with you live. It's real, it's authentic, it's not polished. And people really connect with that. Why? Because it's real and it's human. You know, it doesn't come across as salesy. It doesn't come across as spammy. Sometimes that might happen with your posts. You won't get that on a live because people are getting to see the real you. When you turn up on a live, it's the quickest way for people to be able to know, like, and trust you, and for people to be able to relate to you as well. So in terms of people being able to connect with you, which makes selling and getting people to join your team so much easier, live really is the quickest way to do that. It ticks all the boxes. And if you're wondering what to talk about on a live, whether it's on Facebook or over on Instagram, some simple things that you can do are, what are common questions that you get all the time when it comes to your product or your opportunity? So whether it's joining your team, what's common questions that you tend to get before someone actually makes the jump and joins? Or think of your flagship product. What are frequently asked questions that people always ask before they buy? You can actually go live and answer these questions, because the chances are, if it's a frequently asked question, then the people watching you live are probably going to have the same question as well. So it's an easy idea for a live for you to be able to connect with those people and answer some really simple questions. Another really easy idea that you can do when you go live is talk about testimonials. Talk about the results that you've been getting for people. You can actually even get those people, if they're feeling brave enough, to come and do a joint live with you, and you can actually interview them. Interview team members, teammates, if you've just been to an event, and get them to share their experience. Get them to share their story in terms of what it's like to work with you on your team. What rank advancements have they had? What have they been able to do as a result of the results they've been getting on the team? People will be able to connect with that. People will be able to see themselves in your story, and also want to be a part of what you've got going on. So there's some really simple ideas for you on your Instagram or Facebook Live. And my recommendation for you is that you do this at least 1 to 3 times a week. I do it at least once a week. And if you can bump it up to maybe 3 times a week, that's brilliant. I don't tend to teach my students to go more than 3 times a week, because sometimes it's one of those things where if your audience can see it all the time, perhaps they'll just then start scrolling because they've become so used to it. You kind of want it in that nice balance where they look forward to seeing you live. And perhaps you do it on the same day every week at a certain time as well, because what that does is it conditions your followers to expect you to go live. So you'll actually have people queuing to wait, because they know at that time every week you go live and you're talking about a certain topic. So my second top social media post is, unless you've been living under a rock, it's Instagram Reels. They've been gaining momentum for quite some time now, but they are still majorly hot. And I know that from personal experience, from building my own business over on Instagram. And that is, you know, whenever I post a reel, it gets way more reach than the other types of posts over on Instagram. And if you go and watch influencers, if you follow other gurus, other leaders in whatever area you're doing, perhaps you're watching competitors, most of their posts will be reels. So, you know, success leaves clues. Reels are massive and you should be using them in your business, especially if you're building over on Instagram. And I would actually recommend that the majority, like 9 out of 10 of your posts should be Reels, because I've seen people that are literally just posting Reels and their followers are exploding. But here's the key. You've got to be consistent with it. So my really quick tips for creating Instagram Reels are short Reels always tend to do better than longer ones. So even though you've got that option, I think now to do it up to a minute where that wasn't available before, it's still like 7 to 10 second Reels, the short and snappy ones that are entertaining, that are funny, that give value and education, and that also have a little bit of spice, meaning your own personality within them, are the ones that do best. So my massive tip is to try and keep your reels as short as possible without it being obviously too short. So my challenge for you is, for the next 5 times that you post over on your Instagram, actually make those posts an Instagram reel, okay? And if you can do them daily, which I know is tough, but again, I've seen gurus that have been doing reels daily for like 30 days straight and they've gained a steady increase of followers. I've seen people do it for 60 days. I've seen people do it for 90 days. But I also know that that's also sometimes not realistic. And I don't like to teach my students within my programs to do things that are unrealistic. I like them to do what comes easy to them and what they can consistently keep up with. So that is way more important for me than actually telling you to go ahead and do 30 days of reels. The key is actually to be able to do something and keep up with something that you can consistently keep up with. So if you can only, if you know realistically, you can only consistently keep up with like 2 to 3 reels a week, then don't set yourself up for failure by going and trying to do it every day. Just do 2 to 3 reels a week. Can't get my words out today. And stick to that, and you will see growth. And if you're watching this and you haven't got a clue on how to go about where to start with reels, then I've got a couple of resources for you. First, go ahead and after this video, check out this video. I'll put the link in the description below, where this video shows you how to find trending ideas, okay? Because if you're going to create a reel, don't just create any reel. Create one that's going to give you more chance of going viral, because I've actually seen that happen. Some reels just go mental. You know, some of my reels have gone to thousands more than others, and there's a key to that. So I actually show you in that video how to find trending reels, so you can just make it so much easier to actually find ones and use ones that are going to give you a bigger chance of being seen by more people. Because remember, on the last tip I said, you know, the rule of thumb here is you want more people to see what you're doing. More eyeballs equals more opportunity. So Instagram Reels are going to give you more eyeballs. And again, if you're looking for inspiration and you haven't got a clue what to do, you can always go and check out my Instagram Reels over on my Instagram page, which is my handle is Success with Emma Jones, and just go through my reels and get some inspiration. Feel free to actually copy the ones that I've done, to model them and make them your own, and just take some inspiration from what I've been doing over on my reels. Or again, you can look at someone in your niche, take inspiration from what they're doing. And again, the video that I pointed to before will help you to find ideas to do that. Now, my third tip, my third social media top post tip is Instagram carousels. And this has been gaining momentum for quite a while, but it's still up there. You know, it's still up there in terms of, as soon as I post a carousel and I see other people, other leaders on Instagram posting carousels, it gets a ton of engagement. And if you don't know what a carousel is, it's basically where you post several posts and you can actually swipe the posts. So you'll see underneath a post on Instagram, it's got several dots underneath it. That means that it's a swipe post. And usually on a carousel post, you can put an arrow when you're designing them so people know that they can actually swipe. And again, I have examples of carousel posts over on my Instagram page. I just think they're super engaging, and what they tend to do on Instagram is provide people with value. So people are more likely to save a carousel, and there's that little button that looks like a flag, an upside down flag, or an upside down flag. It's that save button. Whenever someone saves something over on Instagram, that is like a major indicator to the algorithm that people really love this post, so let's show it to more people. So carousels work really, really well. And they're also, you know, if you're someone who you don't like putting your face on camera, you don't like going live, perhaps you're not feeling quite confident yet to go ahead and do Instagram Reels, well, the carousel post is perfect because they're images. And if you're quite creative and you like to put things together in Canva, carousel posts are perfect for that. And so again, if you're wondering about ideas on how do I create a carousel post that are going to get people interested in my products or my business opportunity, just do what I mentioned for the Facebook Lives and actually just turn that into a carousel. So can you share a post answering the most common questions about your products? Can you share posts giving education around your product? Can you share posts? Can you create a carousel that talks about the benefits of your flagship product, the benefits of joining your team, the benefits of working with you? There's lots of different ideas, but it's basically just taking what you're going to talk about in a live and then put it into a visual, perhaps over on Canva, to create a carousel post. And my fourth tip for you, my fourth top social media post, it's always going to be up there. It's always going to be probably the biggest one you can do to grab engagement, and that's the good old selfie. Why are selfies so popular? It's because people go on social media to be what? Social. The clue is in the name, social media. So if all you ever talk about on your social media channels is business, people want to see the real you, okay? People want a glimpse into your life. And some people love sharing like their entire life over on their social media channels. I'm not a huge fan of that, just because I personally aren't a fan of that. But I'm not saying you can't do that, because some people are really, you know, have great success with sharing their lives within the stories and whatnot. Other people, on the other hand, perhaps don't want to share anything. But the problem is when you don't share anything is you're not letting people in just that little bit. And the selfie is the perfect example to, if you just want to grab a ton of engagement, the selfie's always going to do it. Posting a picture about what you got up to, you and your family, what you got up to at the weekend, is always going to get the most likes and comments over on whatever social media channel that you're using. It just does. So what I like to, if you're thinking like strategically now about selfies, what I teach my students to do inside my program is, you know, there's a strategy behind the selfie, and that is you're just wanting to boost engagement. So if you're finding that your posts just aren't getting a lot of likes, they're not getting a lot of comments, go and post a selfie. Go and post a picture of what you got up to with the family at the weekend, because what that's going to do is going to boost your engagement again, okay? So it just could be that your other posts aren't being seen by a lot of people, and you need a post now to boost your engagement again, to get your stuff back out into the newsfeed. This is how the algorithms work, okay? So selfies are a perfect way to just boost that engagement again, to get people seeing your stuff, liking and engaging and commenting, so the next time you post something, they're much more likely to see it, because your good old selfie just did its job again and just boosted your engagement. I hope that made sense. And then my final tip for you is, it's got nothing to do with the social media post, but I just wanted to quickly say that the biggest key to all this is actually consistency. So I can give you these top social media posts, but if you don't stay consistent with them, there's no point in doing them. The same with reels, the same with carousels, going live, doing selfies. You know, if you're building your business organically, meaning you're not running paid ads, you know, the foundation of your business is really consistency. Consistency is the key. So doing X amount of these posts consistently on a weekly basis, and you keep doing that, and you can't fail. And this is one of the biggest reasons why people don't get results online in their network marketing business, and they're wondering why their business isn't growing. It's just because they're not consistent, and also because they're probably not doing things the right way. But you've got to throw consistency in there. So follow my advice before. Don't stress too much about, oh, how many times should I be doing this? Think, how many times can you realistically, consistently keep up with a schedule? that you actually find fun and that you find easy, and that comes easy to you. You know, don't force yourself too much to do things that you really don't want to do. It will come with time. So kind of just go to whatever feels easiest for you, but that you know, I'll stick with that week by week. I know I can do like 2 reels a week, and maybe a carousel post. And maybe I'll go live once. I can realistically stick to that, because that is the key. And if you want to know how to grow your network marketing business online, attract high quality leads, and grow your team in 3 simple steps, then that's exactly what my free training is going to show you to do. And I've put the link to that free training. If you want more training from me on how to do exactly what I just said in 3 simple steps, then the link to that training is in the description below this video. You just need to put in your best email address and you get instant access to that 60-minute masterclass from me. So I hope you check that out, because it's full of value. I hope this video has been helpful. If it has, make sure you go ahead and watch this one next, and I will see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.